know from 103.9 The Fox, brought to you by Hurley Medical Center. If you're suffering from chronic back or neck pain, Hurley has the solution. Individualized patient-centric treatment plans to get you back to the activities you love. Visit HurleyMC.com. Voters in several states heading to the polls today in this off-year election day. In Genesee County, there are mayoral elections going on today in Burton, Grand Blanc, and Fenton. There's some city council seats along with several other proposals and school millage issues in other communities. Elsewhere, Ohio is going to be watched closely today to see whether or not it becomes the latest state to enshrine abortion rights into its constitution. Last year, voters here in Michigan were among those who voted to add abortion protections to the state constitution. Polls will be open about 2 minutes from now, 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. today. Republican Peter Meijer announcing he's going to run for the open U.S. Senate seat in Michigan that's going to be vacated when Democratic Senator Debbie Stabenow retires. Meijer, one of more than a dozen candidates in the running now, and is notable for having voted to impeach then-President Trump. Former President Trump sparred yesterday with the judge overseeing his New York civil fraud trial and acknowledged giving input on the financial statements at the center of that $250 million lawsuit in which the former president and the Trump Organization are accused of committing financial fraud over a course of a decade. Trump's off-topic testimony drew early rebukes from the judge. Pistons lost to the Golden State Warriors last night, 120-109. Michigan State's basketball Spartans lost a shocker, 79-76 in overtime to James Madison in the season opener at the Breslin Center. Michigan tips off tonight against NC Asheville in the opener of the Wolverines regular season. On the ice, the Red Wings face the Rangers in New York tonight. Spirit skate in Sarnia against the Sarnia Sting. And to cap this one off, this Thanksgiving marks the second time in which Governor Whitmer plans to pardon a turkey. Her office taking your suggestions for a name to give the lucky bird. And you can submit as many entries as you like via the online form that you can find by Googling Michigan turkey naming. Entry deadline is November 17th at noon. The winning name is to be announced on Monday, November the 20th. And that's 5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox. Forecast calls for an overcast day for the most part. Falling temperatures that'll level out around 42 by later this morning. Northwesterly winds at 8 to 11 could gust up to around 18 miles per hour. Cloudy tonight, around 35 degrees overnight. And then tomorrow morning starts off with showers expected, just cloudy otherwise. Only about 42 for the high with more gusty winds in the forecast. And then Thursday, the clouds eventually give way to plenty of sunshine. And we should once again hit 50. Right now, that is where we sit. It is 50 in Flint. In Saginaw, 45.
Rock Authority. 103.9. 103.9. The Fox.
We're going to find out all about the crazy snowplows you're going to be seeing very soon, unfortunately. I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but that is coming. Probably not as much as we think, though.
That just takes a little bit.
Weatherman says we got a mild winter ahead, so maybe not so bad. 103.9 The Fox. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. In fact, it is a Tuesday, 7th of November. It is, as I mentioned in the news, an election day and an off year, so there are going to be very few communities where there's much happening at the polls. In fact, we were discussing that before we went on the air this morning. This one of those years where your vote counts more than it ever does. Everybody and their brother votes in the presidential election years, but in a year like this, where it's primarily local issues, local people, local stuff on the ballot, where your vote as an individual weighs way more because you're voting with so few people besides yourself. That means a lot in your community, and there's not that many people ever turn out. Well, let's see. Good morning to all of those who are joining us this morning. We've got Tina here, our regular live and local reporter from New Jersey. We've got Traverse is here. Good morning to Traverse, or possibly Travers. Bradley Campbell is here. Good morning to Bradley. Dolly is here. Tim is here. Good morning, all of you guys. Disher is here. Lester's here. Alejandro is here. Got a lot of you joining us to start this morning off, and that's cool. Thank you very much to each and every one of you. For those of you, and I know there are a bunch who are here for the first time ever, because just out of curiosity's sake, you want to find out what the hell this is all about. We are a live morning radio show emanating from Flint, Michigan in the USA, the home of the formerly crappy water. It isn't anymore. I have a hard time convincing some of the residents of that, but it's just not anymore. They're scarred. I mean, it's been a long time. That thing started 9 years ago, and for the last 7 years, we've been trying to come back from under that cloud. Jacqueline here. Good morning, Jacqueline. Perfectly Compromised, good to see you as well. Chewbacca, welcome to you. Good morning. Also to, let's see, who else is here with us this morning? Member Suave's here also. We are joining you as we usually do on it's a broadcast that we usually carry, a live stream that we've been doing for about 8 years. And it used to be only focusing on one platform. It was either on Periscope, once upon a time when Periscope existed, and then we shifted over to Instagram for a while. We're there for a while, doing it on live, and then we went over to Twitter. Then we moved over to Twitch, then back to Twitter. It became X. It became a site you had to pay in order to be able to chat on, so that wasn't going to fly. So we decided, let's go over and start playing around on a rotating basis, and so that's what we're doing. Mondays, we're on Facebook. Tuesdays, we're here. It's TikTok Tuesday. Thursday, we're going to be over on Instagram again, and Friday, we're over on Twitch. Our hosts from the show are Johnny Burke and Steph Barber. They're to myself, about 15 or so miles. And they're here with you right now, joining you from the highway to hell. Morning, Kathy and Stephanie, and Mario, and Patrick.
Fox, Flint's Classic Rock. All right, next up, your chance at $1,000 with one song, 1 second. On what's going to be a mostly cloudy, breezy day. Temperatures are falling this morning. They started out at 52 degrees earlier this morning. Right now, we're considerably lower than that. It'll be mostly cloudy tonight, down to 35 tomorrow. Showers and breezy tomorrow, they're saying. And the temperature tomorrow, 42 degrees.
Gumby's here. Welcome, Gumby. Chris now here. Good morning to you guys. We usually get a wide array of new people when we do this thing on TikTok, because we've done it so rarely, but we're going to try to make it a much more regular thing that we do. And I also learned from when we tried to do it last Tuesday, and I had a light shirt on. That was horrible. So we went with the dark look so I can at least see the comments, which is still not an easy thing to do. Ron is here. Good morning, Ron. This is the 7th of November, as I mentioned. It's 50 degrees, and it's only going down from here, down around 44. It's going to be kind of windy today. Going to be a couple days before we get back to that 50 mark again. Austin, Texas. Richard joins us from Austin. What's the weather like in Austin, Texas this morning? Here in Flint, Michigan, it's kind of yucky. Yesterday, we had a kind of a potpourri of things. When I took my dog Jacko out for a morning walk around, it was sunny out, it was beautiful. And then by the mid part of the day, it was just pouring buckets and thunder and lightning and stuff, and a lot of standing water on the roads. And then by the late part of the afternoon, as we were heading into the evening, the sun was back out again. It was nice again. And in fact, overnight it was over 50 degrees, which for this time of the year is amazing. Yes, Red, Tina, is the fellow we've known from Iowa for some time, called Newcastle. There you are. Morning, Tom. And this is a classic rock radio station, I might point out. It's 103.9 The Fox, Flint's Classic Rock. Johnny Burke and Steph Barber in the morning, and getting ready to do a contest in about 4 minutes called One Song, 1 Second. We've had the same song as the focus and the same clue to try to figure out what song that is for over a week now. Nobody's gotten it because it's just basically been one note. We've had a lot of guesses. Very first guess turns out to have been the very last guess yesterday, so we're making a circle around, and so they're going to try to, if they can, maybe add just a smidgen more of a hint. So listen for that this morning and see if you can figure out what it is, because the person who is the correct caller who gets in and does guess correctly what the song is going to win $1,000. So it's pretty important that you do it. Sheila's here, Sunshine. Sheila from Bay City, the city with 4 bridges. 3 of them are free, but only 3 of them. And nobody goes on the 4th one. All right. Welcome all. Yeah, this is kind of a cool contest that we have. It's been very, very popular, and it's been confounding for a lot of people. One Song, 1 Second contest coming up moments. Welcome to all of you who are joining us, like Mary and Brian right now.
103.9 The Fox. Rolling Stones there, Jumpin' Jack Flash. In almost sports news this morning, the New England Patriots reportedly have a replacement in mind for Bill Belichick. Yeah, regardless of who they choose, though, there's going to be one big frumpy hoodie to fill. But they will apparently do that, because See how easy people sour on somebody? This guy gave them it's the greatest record in all of football ever. And gave him more Super Bowls and everything else. And they're looking to replace him because he's not winning this year. Well, you got to rebuild the team. They got rid of, obviously when, what's his head, the greatest of all time, Tom left the bench there in New England. That changed things, and he's had to readjust it, and that's what the greatest coach can do eventually, but they're not putting up with it. They're getting ready to get rid of him. And researchers have developed a new...
How the hell is that? You can chat but not watch, Linda. What's that about?
To hear. Still no luck on a pair of glasses that allow blind NFL referees to see, but yeah, you will be getting something for deaf players soon. In the there seems to me like there was a football team that I saw on a CBS News report that was it was a deaf football team, I think.
Yeah?
And I think they used hand signals. I don't know how they, when they hike the ball, the whole team's got to hear it, right?
Right, I would think so.
News Spotter Live is Canada Dan, and he's back.
And they've done rather well.
Welcome. Canada Dan, representing the Oshawa, Ontario area and much more of the entire country.
People can play that game.
He's here every day.
It requires so much teamwork and so
Sure.
much timing.
But they found a way.
They did it. Let's see. Coming up this hour, we're going to be talking to Genesee County Road Commission here in about 10 minutes. Also, we're going to talk about the sexiest man alive, the facts surrounding that. Tonight they announce People Magazine's sexiest man alive. This, I think, is happening, if I'm not mistaken, on Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's going to be announcing this for 2023 on his show tonight. Until then, we've got some sexiest man alive fun facts for you to think about. We'll get those a little bit later on. Talk about
Who is the sexiest man alive?
Well, I think it's you,
Who is it?
Mr. Burke.
Oh, yeah. What a
You know I had to say that, right?
stroke. Well.
Billy D., our left-handed traffic reporter, live and local, state of Connecticut. Go Rutgers.
Play the game.
Yeah, you know it.
Which I'm going to do right now.
One song, 1 second. 103.9, The Fox.
Sheila, you're too cool. Morning, Kareem and Daryl.
Clue for you. Now, I'm told that there is a new clue today. And that it is a little bit longer.
Oh, good. Maybe this will help.
You were the one that told me that.
Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I? That was so
good.
10 minutes ago. Oh, my Lord,
right.
Forgot where I was for a minute.
We're going to be playing this clue, and it's a little bit better than what you've been listening for, so listen carefully to this. And, of course, we're going to release the phone lines, and you'll have to be the ninth caller here in just a moment. But for now, just listen for the clue. Here it is. A little bit longer. Yeah, it starts about a half a second earlier.
What song is that?
Not even a half. Maybe a tenth of a second earlier than it used to. Here it is.
He's very stingy with those clues.
Yeah, he is. He's getting stingier by the minute. By the contest here.
Well, he wants you to work for $1,000.
Last time for you to hear it. One more time. All right. Steph knows what it is.
I do.
I just released the phone lines right now. So be the ninth caller now. 810-230-9777. Get to play the game next.
Billy thinks rock and roll part 2.
It'll be a grand richer coming up on the Fox.
Hi, guys. This is Lisa from
All right.
Bar and Grill.
Hard Day's Night. Tina wants it to be a Hard Day's Night. That's what she thinks it is. Steve is here. Mind Boss is here. And I lost the number. Danny's here. Good morning to all of those who have names. And those of you who have just numbers that I can't read because there are too many of them to read too fast. I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad to see that you're here anyway. The other thing we do when we're here, my name is Hal, by the way, and the people who are here with us on a regular basis are called the Hal Raisers. For those of you who are brand new, joining us for any number of reasons, mostly out of curiosity. How the hell can somebody like that be doing a live stream like you're doing? What we're doing is a behind-the-scenes look at a radio show and chatting with you to kind of help you get your day going. And for most of those who are in our viewing circle right now, it's morning. I know there's some of you joining us from around the world, so it may not be morning where you are, but this is a morning radio show, Eastern Time Zone, Flint, Michigan, USA, and for so many of us, that's kind of the way we get our day started, at least spend about an hour together, or as much of that hour as we can, just chatting about whatever, and maybe we like to talk about food here. This group likes to talk about food a bunch, so if you're into that, you probably came to the right spot. Linda's finally fully here, apparently able to watch now. Is my tree up? me see if I can show you. I don't know how to flip this camera. I don't know how to flip this camera. So I guess all I can do is this. So yeah, it's up. It's up 24/7. 365. So yes. And all of the decorations, the ornaments, the garland, the cards, the everything, the face mask that are on it from the last several years, all were donated by members of the Hellraisers. Every single item that's on that tree. Everyone. I think it's cool. I think it's you people who helped us had enormously good taste when it came to getting that tree decorated. We're going to do the traffic. I do news and traffic here primarily. That's my gig here, in addition to chatting with them at times. But they know that during this hour or so, I'm busy with you guys, so they don't spend a whole lot of time calling me into the middle of things. This is also one of those live streams where I can actually give you a little bit of the music sound. Some of the places that we visit to do live streaming, like Facebook and Instagram, they're steadfastly against doing copyrighted material, so we can never play more than a couple of seconds of music without being admonished for it. Pink Rose, welcome to you and to Elvis. Ooh, Elvis is in the room.
Let's show you what it's all about. With Car Bravo, all makes and models are certified. All vehicles must pass the Car Bravo certification process. Car Bravo offers amenities including standard warranty, courtesy transportation, and 24-hour roadside assistance. I'm Mackenzie Miller. With Car Bravo, you can shop with confidence.
Didn't think it was, but didn't remember.
Jesus said, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for True Hope with the Rock Church. For more information, text TRUEHOPE to 97,000.
The pecan berry salad is back in.
Okay, you've been informed that your Connect is unstable. As long as it says your Connect is and not the host is. I'm going to have to live with that.
Pecan vinaigrette. This fan favorite won't be here for long, so enjoy it while you can. Order your pecan berry salad on their app or online.
Oh, about the tree being up all year. That was the case in when I used to live in this other house. I had one down. Early problem has been cleared up, but we have Richfield Township as a new crash site. That's going to be along the 11,100 block of Stanley Road. And right now, that is the only point that we have that's potentially slow for those who are cruising through there. 75, 475, 69, 23, all moving along pretty well. Crash-free, delay-free. But if you spot traffic troubles anytime, anywhere, we hope you'll call us and let us know at 810-230-WRSR. That's 810-230-9777. And get that Vehicle City traffic info whenever you need it at ClassicFox.com/traffic. Be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox.
Traffic, a service of Shea Automotive Group. Get your vehicle ready for fall with the Shea Automotive Service Special. 10% off all recommended maintenance, $50 off any major repair over $500, and $1,000, and $100 off any major repair over $1,000. Shea Automotive, Corona Road in Flint.
One song, 1 second.
See if we got a winner.
103.9 The Fox.
103.9 The Fox. Who's on my phone?
Chris,
Chris, where are you calling from this morning?
I'm riding down the road on the way home from work in Flint.
All right, hey, could you use $1,000, Chris?
Yes, I for sure could.
Yeah, as we head into the holidays. So you've been listening, right, to the One Song, 1 Second?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you know how we play it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're wishing you all the luck in the world this morning.
You're so courteous, ma'am. All right, Chris, here we go. I'm going to play the clue for you one more time. Here it is. For $1,000, before you even go to work today, I can give you $1,000 if you can tell me the name of that song and artist. What is it, Chris?
Paul McCartney, live and let it die.
Paul McCartney, live. By the way, they say the southern accent is going away, but not in Chris
Yeah,
here.
I love that.
I do too. Paul McCartney, live and let die. Let's check it with the computer.
Chris.
So sorry, Chris, but you are still eligible for the other drawings. The other chances, I should say. They're coming up again today at 11:10, 2:10, and 5:10 if necessary. Keep trying and good luck from 103.9 The Fox.
Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Darn. I was hoping we get a winner. so that you all could see it and hear it and know that people do win our contests. It's usually local. That's the thing that's a beautiful thing about our group and our radio station is that our local winners are the ones who are able to prevail over these other radio companies. We're a very small one. Our company owns only 4 radio stations, all of them in the compact area here in the state of Michigan, whereas so many other companies, including a couple I've worked for in the past, have stations all over the country. And if they all play the same national contest, your odds on winning that contest are tiny, 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 really, really small. Because what happens if you got 500 radio stations that are all playing the contest and there's only going to be one winner, what do you think the odds are that it's going to be you? No matter how cool the prize might be. Whereas over here, if you're just playing within a local area, as we tend to do, I mean the people who are watching our live streams and listening through streaming audio, which we also have at ClassicFox.com. By the way, you can download our mobile app, 103.9, the Fox mobile app. You can download that and have Classic Fox music 24/7. But those tend to be a little bit lagging behind real time. So if you try to play contests that way, you usually lose out because the contest is pretty much decided and we have our winner by the time you're able to get in because it takes a while for you to actually hear what it is you're trying to hear in order to play the contest. So, let's see. Tina is the number 1 viewer, according to Linda's laptop. Yeah, look at that. Number 1 viewer. Look at that. Tina's here every day. She should be considered, at least in the running. I mean, strong running for number 1 viewer because she's here every day. Rain or shine, snow or dry, full serve or self-service. By the way, she's in the only states that will not allow you to pump your own gas. That's still so foreign a concept anymore to me. And I still remember what I thought when the idea was first being floated that we were going to start having to pump our own gas. I go back a ways, right? Back in the days when full service was the thing. It was the only thing you could get because the people that were pumping your gas worked at the gas station, fixed your car, did all those kinds of automotive. They squeegeed off your windshield. They check your oil. They check the air in your tires, all those good things. They didn't just fill your tank. And I thought, you're going to tell me that somebody who's either in a 3-piece suit or in a ball gown is going to get out of their vehicle and pump their own gas and risk getting all of those gas fumes all over your hands and your clothes and everything. That's never going to happen. And sit out in the rain trying to do that. That's never going to happen. And now here we are. And now I can't fathom the idea of somebody pumping my gas for me anymore. But Tina can. That's how important Tina is in New Jersey, where they don't allow you to pump your own gas. Those were the days. Darn. One of the things we like to do around here, for those who don't get to visit us on a regular basis, but I hope we'll start with being able to see us nowadays on TikTok, where the viewership has been mighty impressive. I got to say, the number of people that have turned out to see these has been great. I'm going to give you a smile source in just a second here. We talk a lot about dogs on this program, and we'll do that. But first this.
Of course, we have a rose of a state because it's a wonderful place to be, but man, winter around here can be challenging at best. So we brought Genesee County Road Commission in for a look at the snow plowing situation this winter as it comes up. We're supposed to, by the way, we have in the studio with us Kylie Donchie, is it? Kylie Donchie, and she is the communications coordinator there for Genesee County Road Commission, and Jared Godley is the construction manager, and he's even going to tell us about a new roundabout going up. We'll tell you where in a minute. Oh, you're going to hate that. All right, but anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about, first of all, Kylie, welcome to the show. And whose idea was it to get these schools involved in painting your Genesee County Road Commission plows this year?
So a couple of other road commissions have this program, and so we thought, why not bring it here? It would be a great way to teach the kids about how big these snowplows are when they get a up-close experience with them. We do other community events so that kids can see the snowplows as well, but it was really fun to see all of their designs. They were all great, really.
Yeah, this one Don't rush in the slush, which the Reed Elementary kids painted a plow with that on it, and they had some really cool graphics that went with it. And this is on the front of the plow, so as you see the plow coming out, you might see this. Of course, it's going to be covered with snow at the time, so you may not see it as well. But just a way to get some awareness out there about snow plows and stuff. And probably an opportunity for kids, like you said, to see how big they are. Maybe they'd stay out of the road at the bus stop.
Welcome, Dick and Brian, both of
So
you.
we do also
And Tim Thompson, also.
teach kids about snow safety.
Glad to see all of you guys with us.
Wear bright colors. Don't play on the side of the road, and things like that. So that's also a lot of fun whenever we do that.
We have the construction guy here from the road department, from the Genesee County Road Commission. Construction manager Jared Godley is with us here. Jared, you've got some stuff going right now. We've got a few construction projects ongoing, right?
Yeah, yep. We've got Irish Road over in Davison. Sorry. And we've got another one on Saginaw Road, north or south of Grand Blanc. And we've got a couple little subdivisions.
Copper Boy, that would be Jason. He's our world traveler who joins us pretty much on all of our live streams at some point from somewhere, and I don't know where ever.
Exactly. And
Different place every day.
The Irish Road one, we're contemplating right now whether to continue with the other
Drives
side
for
or
FedEx.
build up
Used to
the
fix
next
their
street.
trucks, now he drives them. Everywhere.
She has to drive that road every day. She
Morning,
was
Jake.
talking about this school at Oaken. Where is it?
Oak and Lapeer roads.
And here's the big announcement. Go ahead.
All right, if you're ready. So next summer we'll be building a roundabout at the intersection of Lapeer and Oak.
That's going to get... Oh, my God. The Davison school mothers are going to go nuts.
Yes, they will.
That's going to be funny to watch. Anyway, let me ask you a question. The Bristol Road roundabout
Yes.
that everybody complains about. Is there any plan to fix that in the future?
I think it's kind of set the way it is. That's an MDOT roundabout,
Okay,
so it's
all
out
right.
of jurisdiction for Genesee County.
Oh. But you know those people.
Welcome, Big Springs, Texas. That's where Jason is today. Big Springs, Texas.
And that's what mainly goes up.
Got to be a nice day there. Four is joining us. John is, we call him Four. He's one of our regulars.
When we build those roundabouts,
Here with his
though, pay attention to the inside,
customary head of
because
cabbage
that is
under
a
his arm.
double-laned roundabout. I know a lot of the trucks drive through and they try to block it, so they're just by themselves. But the inner portion of that roundabout, and if you notice on all our roundabouts in Genesee County, we have what we call a truck apron. So they're actually designed for the trucks to hop the curb on the inside and ride through that.
Is it designed to keep the concrete from crumbling, which it's doing right now on that roundabout?
Those are as well. Yeah, they're 10-inch concrete.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Well, anyway, we had to give you a little bit about
Yeah, I
that.
know.
We hear it from the listeners every day. What the hell? One of the things that we've talked about the last couple of years is MDOT, which is separate. You guys have Genesee County Road.
Musket Caps and Susan Peters here. Welcome, both of you.
It just depends on what road you're on, right? MDOT has come up with some really clever names. Actually, a lot of people came up with these. One of our listeners, it's one of the guys, Bobby.
Oh, I remember now, yeah.
Yeah, Bobby came up with a whole bunch of, and he's got 2 or 3 out there, but I love some of the names of these plows. Salt Shaker, Catch My Drift, Blizzard T Snowplow. Some of them I don't even understand.
They named the snow plows in this state.
What was that? I have no idea. Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Dan Perry, hello there.
Da Rumbler. The list goes on and on. Frost Responder, Frosted Flakes, Snowy Robinson. I like that one.
I do too.
Michigan. The Spirit of Michigan is the name of one of the plows, too. Weird Plow Yankovic. How's that one for you? Weird Plow Yankovic and Whiteout Wrangler, Pavement Liberator, Plowabunga. Any plans in the future to name
Plowabunga.
Linda, a big Yes fan, it looks like.
plans in the future to name the GCRC?
Hello, Sean and Sherry.
Well, I think it works for MDOT right now because they have the tracking software
Yes.
on their website. We currently don't have that, but it.
Bill Murray
There
live.
you go. Yeah, the tracking
Joining
software
us.
helps
Welcome.
Doing traffic work on the morning show here too. We watch where the snowplows are having a particular problem. We can pass that along. But that's one of the great things. One of the things that I wanted to ask you guys today, though, to relay to our listeners, because we hear about it every year about midway.
Hello there,
through the
Lee.
snow event. We start getting notices. Please tell people to be careful around the snowplows. How should people behave when they see a snowplow? For instance, and it's different, whatever the situation, but say they're on I-75 and a snowplow is going down the right 2 lanes. Maybe
Teddy boy, welcome.
Snowplows going at the same time. What is the
And
driver's
Ryan
duty?
also.
So the snowplows that
Schizo,
we have a wing
and
on their right side.
also Josh.
So
Hello.
do not ever pass the snowplow on the right because you could be at risk of hitting that wing. If you are going to pass the snowplow on the left, please do so safely and leave a lot of room because I don't know if you've ever been up in a snowplow, but it's very hard to see.
Good
all
to
the
see
way
you,
around.
Jonathan.
Yeah, if they're towards the back of the snowplow, coming up on the left side of the snowplow.
How do you deal with that voice on the other end of the radio? Oh, you mean the host? We listen to him because he may call us to discuss with him stuff on the air.
They don't know you're there.
Yeah.
So
I'm part of the show. I just don't spend a whole lot of time during this hour chatting with you, contributing to the show except the news and the traffic. But occasionally they come across a subject they want my input on, so I have to keep listening for when they want me to talk to them.
zooming past these plows, you're gonna freak them right
Hello,
out.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Danny, good morning to you. Fort Wayne's a great place. Used to broadcast hockey games over there for the visiting team.
Around snowplows. First of all, they shouldn't be parked in the street, correct?
Right, and make sure to keep your garbage cans out of the street as well. I know some people.
Did I hear about Willie Nelson hit by a car? I did not hear that.
Or when their garbage can gets hit by
I
a
did hear he
plow.
got inducted into the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is still interesting to me. Rock and roll. Dolly Parton and Willie Nelson both go in, and so does Missy Elliott. Rock and roll.
Well, while it's relatively warm out
There's
right
always
now,
that debate about
just
that.
to give it a good shake, and if any parts of it move, you might need to tighten a couple of things down for the winter.
Seems like I'm kind of an afterthought in the studio perspective. Only during this hour, Teddy Boy. I contribute much more during the outside time. They know that during this hour, I'm spending most of my time and attention with you.
But anything else?
They have a Facebook feed going live from their studio that goes to the entire show from 6 until 9, basically. And so you can watch them chatting off air about stuff that they forget that there's a camera on and maybe wouldn't want to chat about if they realized they were still doing it. But they do it anyway.
Been milder winters for
Arthur, hello.
I've only been here for 2 years, but
Hello, Cindy. Good morning, Cindy. Good to see you. Hi.
I would say that it's
Julie now joining. Good morning, Julie.
Where'd you grow up?
in the Flint area. I went to Grambling High School.
And then you went away to where?
Oh, I've been a lot of places. Marquette,
Oh, really?
Maryland.
Marquette. Now that's a
Nothing
whole.
like a
Extra. Hello, extra.
Plowing in Marquette is a little different than plowing in Genesee County. Isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, and Jared, thank you very much for coming by here today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Talk with us today. And if people want to get a hold of you guys or get a hold of GCRC, what's the best way to do that?
On the road again. Yes. Didn't somebody join him for that song? Wasn't there another singer who joined in on that one?
Facebook. I'm in charge of the Facebook page, and I try to be pretty responsive.
Kylie.
Hello, Chad.
Yeah, thank you so
Jared,
much.
thank you. Have a great season.
Thank you.
And have great holidays coming up here, too. Yes, I'm
Thank you
already
very much.
wishing happy holidays to everybody.
Yeah, and-
Merry Christmas and happy Thanksgiving, all right?
And be safe out there.
We've got $1,000 with your name on it.
Yeah, but it ain't going to be one in this next little bit because we just had somebody try to guess and guessed incorrectly. All right, we're going to get ready to do the traffic. That's the only input that I have for the next couple minutes. We'll get that set up. And so far, it's been a fairly decent day. The roads are in pretty good shape. It's, it's light out for one. We had the time change over the weekend, 1 hour back, which means that at this stage of the morning, it's now actually light out again. Before that time change, at 7:31 a.m. Eastern Time, it was still pitch dark out. That's the advantage to having it now. Now, of course, it's dark out at 5:30 at night, as you all know. Hello from Iowa. We have another from Iowa here. Yodo is here from, or is it Vodo? No, it's Yodo from Iowa. We have another from Iowa who is here this morning also with us. At least one that we know of. There may be others, but there's one that we know of. Yo, donuts are fire. Oh, is that what your name is? Okay, I see it now. Yo, donuts are fire. I love donuts. I wish I could have more of them, but at one point in life I was discouraged from doing that because as you get older, your metabolism changes. I can't eat like I used to when I was in my 20s and working in radio. I was able, after the morning show, to go to the convenience store and get a 12-pack of white sugar frosted donuts and eat 4 of them at one sitting and not gain an ounce. Those days are long gone. Can't do that anymore. Your name is Matt, actually. Well, hello, Matt, actually. Good to see you again. You can't do that either. Aw, too bad. Those are the days, weren't they?
Foxhole Morning Show, 103.9.
Okay, they're a little early for traffic. We're not doing that.
From the Hurley Medical Center studios.
Okay, so they used to play another song, which is cool. play another song. It gives me a chance to give you the smile source that I spoke about earlier. And this smile source is a dog from the 365 Dogs calendar that I'm tearing pages off every day and have been for years. Margarita is this young lady's name. She is a retriever who lives in Montgomery, Illinois. So if there's anybody watching us from Illinois, this is your favorite Margarita, the retriever from with the election hat. That's the reason for that. It's election day around here. It's an off-year election, but from Illinois, from specifically Montgomery, Illinois. Okay? We also, for those who watch us on a more regular basis, well, I probably can't do that anymore because I can't figure out how to flip this camera, so I won't even bother with it. I don't think I can anyway. Do I have an assistant, like an executive producer or something like that? Yes and no. We've had them, but they come from our Hellraisers group, so they're not physically with me. We've had an executive producer, I've had an associate producer, and all those throughout the years. They've all come and gone because they go on to better things. There's much better things than here, as you can probably imagine. So they've all gone on to do their own regular jobs. So other than that, it's just me. Aww. Oh, this is for, that awe is Tina's contribution and reaction to Margarita, the retriever. Chris is here in New Mexico, now in with us. Good morning to Chris, who is live and local, as he is just about every morning from there. Joining our rather impressive contingent this morning. We are, for those of you who are new, and it's most of you, in fact, I'd say probably at this point about 98% of you are new. Again, you can follow this particular live stream either just on Tuesdays for when it's TikTok Tuesdays, or you can go around the dial with us. We're on Facebook now on Mondays. Just follow me on Facebook. You'll be able to do that. I guess you have to friend me to do that. You could do it anyway, but you have to friend me if you want to be notified when we go live anyway. On Facebook, which happens on Mondays. And then on Thursdays, we're on Instagram Live. So you want to go to HalMoss_news to do that if you want to follow me on Instagram, and then you can be notified when we go live there. And then we have on Twitch on Fridays, which is special because on Twitch we go a little longer than the usual hour that we do on the other ones. The reason for that is on Fridays we're doing a thing called the Friday Morning Primal Scream, which gives you an opportunity to get all of the negative energy out of your system in time for the weekend. And that happens around 8:30, 8:35-ish Eastern time. And so we stay on all the way through then so that you're able to participate in that little fun. We also do a thing called Food Fighting. What is my just look for my name on Facebook, Hal Moss, and it's some kind of weird address on there. Tina, do you know what it is? Because you found it. I mean, that's how you find that I'm going live on Facebook. I know that. And I think you mentioned something about the other day, in order to know where I am going live, you have to go to my page in order to do that. You only see Hal Moss Art. That's my other. I have 2 Facebook pages. That's one of them. And that's devoted only to the art stuff, because that's another thing I do. Gosh, I wish I could flip the camera so I could show you guys what that's about on my wall. Maybe I'll do it anyway. What you're going to be seeing is backwards versions of my stuff, but here's what I have. This is the kind of thing I do. Basically graphite charcoal portrait art. Okay, that's what we have. That's the kind of thing. That's just a small sampling of it. And we do special commission stuff if you'd like. We can set up to do that. Let's go now, again, to Johnny and Steph in the studio.
And Coming up here in just a couple minutes, Steph's Fox Flashback.
Can't even write neat. You know what? I can't write neatly anymore either. I haven't had to write so much. I'm doing so much computer keyboarding on computers, laptops, and whatnot. I don't spend a lot of time writing stuff, and so the writing skills tend to erode after you don't use them.
Fun to watch. Let me see here. Davison topped Grand Blanc, another rivalry there, 24-17. That must have been a good one too. Davison advances. Grand Blanc does not. Let me see who else. We have West Bloomfield beating Utica. Eisenhower, Byron Center topped Caledonia. Our friends in Frankenmuth. I'm sorry, Birch Run, what Frankenmuth did to you. That was unbelievable. Frankenmuth
64 to 10.
64 to 10.
Ooh, ouch.
In the playoffs in Division 5, so Frankenmuth advances.
That was a spanking.
Yeah, that's what you call a definite spanking. Kingsley top Manistee.
Morning, Jim. Welcome.
Chesaning.
American Dan is here. Morning, American Dan. That's America as in West Virginia,
So these are some
where they're about as American as it gets.
all our area teams. There are 4 Flint area football teams that won the district championships. 2 others lost. Corunna beating Pontiac.
Hello, Pearl. Hi there.
17. Montrose topped Detroit Central 17 to 8, and it was Ithaca.
We've done some artwork for Tina. She has a dog named Jeter. There's a cat there named Lola and a new dog named Rocco. We have done Jeter and Lola in portrait form
Championships are coming up.
and had a blast doing that. You found it? Good, Sheila. Thank you.
Right about that, or is it? I can't remember when, but it's not too far away. So we've got the Thanksgiving Day game, of course, coming up, and it'll be on the Fox. That's the game between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers, like the old days. They have them going at it today together on one of the 3 games that are played that day. And it's always fun to watch that after eating a whole turkey. And then the tryptophan kicks in and you pass right out.
A few glasses of wine.
You wake up and you go, what the hell was the score of the game? I don't know. I have no idea. 7:40.
From the FIA to the Flint.
All right, now they're into the commercial break, and when they come out of that, we'll do a traffic update for them. How? Something else I was going to do. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you about. Vicky's here. Good morning, Vicky. I'm going to tell you the one reason why I was a little bit hesitant about coming on here this morning to do this. There's a reason for that. A little bit hesitant about it. We've been doing this for, as I said, 8 years on various platforms. But all of a sudden, I read something yesterday which made me think, gee, do I really want to keep doing this? Going on live with all of these viewers on live stream, is that necessarily a good thing for my health? Morning, Stace for Kids. Good to see you. Is this a good thing for my health? And I want to tell you in a minute about why I started to think maybe not. That's coming up just a moment from now. Live morning radio for those who are just now joining us, didn't see us before. This is live morning radio from Flint, Michigan, USA. And it is 103.9 The Fox in Flint. Flint, Michigan, USA. Our water is fine. Come on in, the water's fine. I'm reading too much. Well, you don't know what I read. I mean, this is the thing. You don't know what I read yesterday. You don't know what I read yesterday.
$25 off your next Fast Eddie's oil change. At Fast Eddie's, we focus on preventative maintenance for your vehicle. We offer such services as coolant flushes, transmission flushes, complete.
It's great for Linda's mental health.
To keep it running at its peak performance. Our trained technicians can perform these services.
Every day is a bit of a challenge with Linda. She fills a lot of roles, wears a lot of hats. Multifaceted. Let's make that your word of the day. Hello, Barbara. Willard Drewer. Hello, Kim. Welcome.
Being added to natural gas to make it more
Good to see you today.
It sounds like solar panels generating thousands of megawatts. And it sounds like carbon being captured and stored, keeping it out of our atmosphere.
Well, so far so good. Most of the happenings on the road are in pretty good shape. Polls are open. Polls have been open for 42 minutes for this off-year election, where the votes that anybody casts carry a lot more weight than they do when you're going to vote next year. And, of course, everybody is going to vote next year, I'm sure. But this year, it's basically local candidates, local issues, and very few people deciding them. Maybe 5% of the local population, which means every vote that's cast has a huge amount of weight to it, a huge percentage of the total vote. There it is, multifaceted. That's what we're using today, I guess. Hello, Tad.
It's happening. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $49 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Plus, ask how to get a
But again, I had to think a couple of moments hard about whether or not I wanted to start this thing up this morning after reading what I read yesterday. May not be good for my health to do this. In other words, we've been maybe walking a tightrope every day that we've come on and done a live stream, which has gone on for 8 years and 4 different platforms. Canada Dan thinks I'm thinking too hard. I don't know. Mad Dog, welcome, Mad Dog. Welcome, Mad Dog.
Emails on the day they are received. And Adam, if you don't receive a response within 24 hours, you will not be charged for what we consider our delay.
Oh, Thanksgiving dinner deals I'm seeing on my screen here now. I'm wondering if you've got your Thanksgiving plans set up. Do you have the spread planned out as far as if you're hosting one and you're the one who's building that spread, if you've got everything in order for that?
Call Adam at 810-244-ADAM. That's 810-244-2326.
Live dangerously. That may be what I'm doing. That might be just it. All right, serious crash in Flint Township. This is an area to steer clear of. It's Beecher Road at Mill Road. Beecher Road at Mill Road, a crash over there involving injury. The freeways right now, crash-free, delay-free. But if you spot traffic trouble anytime, anywhere, please give us a call. Let us know. 810-230-WRSR is the number. That's 810-230-9777. Whenever you need Vehicle City traffic information, anytime, it's at ClassicFox.com/traffic. Be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox.
I will see everybody today at lunchtime. Hal, come on out to McAllister's Deli. I'll buy you a sandwich.
Ooh, what kind of sandwich?
What kind you want? Anything you want.
I love pastrami on rye. Can I get that?
Oh, they make them, I believe, there at McAllister's Deli in Wausau. We opened that place up. We had their grand opening with the new owners a couple of months ago, and they've invited us back for lunch today, so we'll be there along with Sly the Fox. I'll be on hand, and Sly will be there, too, from 11 to 1 on East Main Street in Owasso today at McAllister's. Come on by for the live broadcast. Enjoy the mouth-watering sandwiches, the soups, the salads. The salads are my favorite. And that's all today at McAllister's Deli in Owasso and live.
Canada Dan wants turkey.
103.9 The Fox.
The Fox Home Morning Show on 103.9 The Fox. Steph's Fox Flashback.
Stevie Nicks performed this song with Foo Fighters from time to time, including at a show in 2015 at the Forum in Los Angeles. After drummer Taylor Hawkins died in March of 2022, Stevie tweeted a photo of them together and wrote, "He always came to my shows. He and his best friend Dave Grohl even let me be a Foo Fighter for a little while. We recorded a kick-ass version of this song, and at the end I yelled out, 'Best Gold Dust Woman ever,' and I meant it." Stevie Nicks rolls through Detroit tonight. She performs at Little Caesars Arena, so let's get into it. From the 1977 album Rumors, here is Stevie with Fleetwood Mac. It's Gold Dust Woman now on The Fox.
Yes. Still one of my favorite bands, Fleetwood Mac. See, Tina going with that pastrami, too. Pastrami, but you really got to have it on rye to have the optimal quality. I've had it on other types of, like, Subway's done them in limited form. Subway did the pastrami sandwich, which is awesome also, but it's just absolutely top of the line when you put a hot pastrami sandwich onto rye bread. And once in a great while, just as a change, squirt a tiny bit of mustard on, and that's completely going against a philosophy that I have, which is called stuff on stuff. I'm not even going to get into that right now. There's too many new people around here, and it's too long an explanation, but I don't typically put stuff on, like I don't dip fries in ketchup. I don't put syrup on pancakes and all that kind of thing. But we'll get into that another time. But what I do, need to shop and make food for 25 plus people. Holy crap. Open a restaurant. Help. Maybe you want to get Tina to help you with this one. That sounds like a huge group, and that sounds like a job for a professional to get that kind of thing going, Sheila. Tina, you want to help Sheila? Because she's in Bay City, land of the 4 bridges. 3 of them are free. And she's got 25 plus people she's got to do Thanksgiving for. Jeez. Take what you're not getting. Okay. This is the reason why I had a little trepidation about whether or not I wanted to come on this thing this morning. This is the story that happened over this past weekend in the southern Philippines. Okay? Tina's not paying bridge. Nobody else is either, apparently, according to Sheila, including her. She's not paying to go across a bridge. There was a radio host that over the weekend was shot dead. Shot dead while live streaming his program on Facebook at his home, and I'm in my home studio now, in the southern Philippines, prompting a hunt for his killers and condemnation from the country's president. The broadcaster, Juan Humalon, also known as DJ Johnny Walker, was shot by unidentified assailants in a, quote, brazen killing, the National Union of Journalists of the Philippines said in a statement on X, formerly Twitter. It said the attack is even more condemnable since it happened at this guy's own home, which also served as the radio station, adding that Humalon is the 4th media worker killed since President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. came to power last June. His broadcasts usually aired on the Facebook page 94.7 Gold Mega Kalamba FM, station with about 2,900 followers. This guy was shot dead while live streaming his radio program from his home studio. I am live streaming our radio program from my home studio now. Well, these people in the Philippines have never heard of this place. Do we have anybody from the Philippines watching now? I shouldn't say this, but hope not. Jeez. Mikey. Hello, Mikey. Good morning. Good to see you. Jack is now here. Good morning to Jack Roush. I have Jacko. He would be no question, would be an alarm bell. If anybody came anywhere near here, you'd hear it. Here's the thing about Jacko. For those who are, and most of you are new, Jacko is my Jack Russell mix that I just have acquired 7 months ago now. As a stray dog, he was a shelter dog. Got him. He's incredibly, incredibly grateful for having been given a second life. Okay, thanks. North 15 source. Northbound 15. Okay, cool. So look for that. We had a call come in about something that may be going on in our region. Hummingbird, welcome. Jacko barks. Jacko barks at everything and everyone all the time. He is annoying as hell, but he's trying to protect. He's a protector. He's an incredibly possessive, protective dog, but he barks at everything. And everybody says, yeah, he's protecting you. Yeah, that's fine, except for the fact that it's annoying as hell. Especially if I'm driving in the car and he's doing that in my ear. But everybody's laughing about it. They think it's funny as hell to see this little dog get in everybody's face.
Yeah, it's just when you first meet everybody, they're all new. By the end of it, they were probably, get out of my face.
Right, exactly. 810-230-9777. Which male member of Fleetwood Mac?
By the way, you can see him in action on my TikTok page here. Just check around on my page. He's there. I've featured him quite a bit. Never featured him doing the barking thing yet, though. I probably should.
Hi,
Hi.
Hi.
Lindsey Bucket here.
You are absolutely correct, yes.
Absolutely right.
Morning, Jerry York.
Yep, congratulations, sir. Where you calling from?
Jerry, oh, Jerry Eric. I'm sorry, couldn't see that. It's a little small print. Jerry Eric.
Flint Township, and what's your name?
My name is Faye.
All right, you hang tight. I'm going to get some info for you. But tell us first, who hooked you up with great food from Jester's on Steph's Fox Flashback?
103.9 to 5.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What's the big deal?
Yeah. There's another guy. Usually after the show, I will go up to, there's a mall, an outdoor outlet mall north of here, a few miles there. I'll take Jacko up there for his exercise and his bathroom break. For whatever stupid reason, he doesn't want to use the yard here at home. All that has to happen on the road. So I take him up there and we walk around and get our exercise, which we need every day. There's a guy who's up there every single day walking. We call him Captain Arm Swinger because not only is he walking, but he's doing this with his arms. I mean, he's getting every single muscle moving and stuff like that. And he's there every single day. And the more movement there is, the more that triggers Jacko to bark at him. And he baits him. This guy baits Jacko to do it. It just bugs me. I try as much as I can to avoid him. I try as much as I can to avoid this guy because I know that's going to happen. He purposely comes near us just so he can get Jacko to look at him and bark at him. Man. Evan is here. Good morning, Evan. Good to see Leslie also. We got some new friends, making lots of new friends here this morning. So hopefully we're going to be able to keep you around. You can follow us around. We go to Facebook on Mondays, TikTok Tuesdays, Instagram Thursdays, Twitch on Fridays. We're all over the map all the time. Here's Bert Young. Welcome, Bert Young. Nice to see you also with our fun friends that we call the Hal Raisers. My name is Hal Moss, as you probably know if you wandered onto this page and then saw the live and decided to join it. And the people who join us on a regular basis and have for years are called the Hal Raisers. What state? Michigan. We are in Michigan. Let's see. I'm going to be seeing you this way, so I should probably do this. Okay, the thumb is over here, based on your perspective, right? Okay, Flint is over here. Flint's right around in here, okay? Detroit's down in here, Flint's in here. We're kind of in here. Yeah, maybe down there. Red Bob is no, you're not a Hellraiser, you're a Hal-Raiser. And Chris added me on Facebook. All right, terrific, thank you. If you guys are friending me on Facebook or following on Instagram at HalMoss_news or checking us out on Twitch and following us there, I guess I'm Hal-Raiser over there, we then notify you, you get notified anyway, about when we go live, which is once a week on each of those platforms. This is turning into TikTok Tuesdays, and it's fun. It's a blast to be with you guys. It is an absolute blast. And since they don't offer replay here on TikTok, if you don't happen to see us live and you'd like to, and you missed it, I'm going to try to post it on my YouTube page, which should happen maybe later this afternoon. I didn't realize I could do that. Last week I posted it, but it was the day after that I finally got it up there. Today I'll try to get it later this afternoon if I can on my YouTube page so that you can see if you missed it or only got to see a portion of what was going on here about what we're doing. You can make a decision, an informed decision on this election day. We want it to be an informed decision whether or not you want to come back and join us again on TikTok next Tuesday or follow us around like we do. Facebook Mondays, TikTok Tuesdays, Instagram Thursdays, Twitch on Fridays. Okay? Wasco Jr., welcome to Wasco Jr.
That's 1-800-681-7312.
All voices are paid actors. This ad is not coming from eHealth, an insurance agency selling plans for many insurance companies.
Flint's Classic Rock 103.9 to Fox 757. On the other side, we've got Andrew Keller, home seller in the house. Been some news in the
election. We got a lot of local issues. There's some communities that have mayors that are running for office. School election issues, and not school bond issues. How to fund school districts in some cases.
Lots going on out there.
Not big stuff, but this is going to be an election day where anybody who votes in it in their community, it carries a lot of weight because there aren't that many people voting, and each vote is a wider percentage of weight toward the eventual outcome.
I kind of figured. Brad, Pitt, George Clooney, Johnny Depp, Richard Gere are all two.
John M., 62, welcome.
So far, Sean Connery is the oldest recipient. Tom Cruise, the youngest. He was 27 when he got it in 1990. John F. Kennedy Jr., one of only two non-entertainers to win Sexiest Man Alive. The other one was David Beckham back in 2015. It was 1988 when JFK Jr. got it. 1993, Cindy Crawford and Richard Gere were named Sexiest Couple of the Year.
I'm sure there's voting going on in your community, or at least around your community. Maybe not directly where you live, and if that's the case, you wouldn't be eligible. But if there are issues in your community, Chris, you could vote in them if you were registered.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have snoozed right through that. Never mind me.
And in 2014, Kate Upton became People's only sexiest woman alive. And I'm okay with that. I'm just fine with that.
Yeah, she is stunning.
Sexiest man that year was Chris Hemsworth. I know you like Chris Hemsworth. The complete list of Sexiest Man Alive winners are out there, and the new one will be Andrew Keller.
Do they have any musicians on that list?
Actually, Keanu Reeves, if you want to call him a musician,
No.
because he's got Dog Star, that band of his.
Whatever.
He didn't win it. What happened was, apparently people did not give the award out in 1994 for some reason. It doesn't say why. But in 2015, they retroactively gave that to Keanu Reeves. Because apparently he hadn't been the sexiest man alive, and somebody thought, well, he should be.
Well, yeah.
They had to go through the archives. Man, he looked good in 94.
All right, 7:59.
It's news time.
Let's head on over to the hellhole.
5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox, brought to you by Shea Automotive. Dive into the Shea Megalot for a refresh today. Stop in, trade in your vehicle, and you might be surprised and get more for your trade than you ever got before. Plus, no payments till January 2024. Shea Automotive Group. See dealer for details. It was a battle between the judge and the former President Trump yesterday in his civil trial, in which Trump is accused of dramatically inflating his net worth to get favorable loan terms. The judge reportedly had to constantly remind Trump to keep his testimony concise when answering questions. At trial, one of numerous legal proceedings that Trump is confronting. Today, an off-year election day with only a few decisions being made in many communities. In Genesee County, there are mayoral elections, as in Burton, incumbent Dwayne Haskins is facing Councilwoman Tina Conley. There's a contested mayor's race in Grand Blanc as Angie Carr faces Councilmember John Creasy. Fenton Mayor Sue Osborne unopposed in her re-election bid. There are also city council seats, other proposals, and school millage issues in a few other communities, and the polls are open now until 8 p.m. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that Israel will have overall security responsibilities in Gaza for, as he calls it, an indefinite period after its war with Hamas, and expressed openness to little pauses in the current fighting to facilitate the release of hostages. His comments a clear indication that Israel plans to maintain control over the territory that is home to 2.3 million Palestinians. Pistons lost to the Golden State Warriors last night, 120-109. Michigan State's basketball Spartans fall in a shocker last night in overtime, 79-76 to James Madison in the season opener at the Breslin Center. Michigan tipping off tonight against NC Asheville, that in the opener of the Wolverines' regular season. Red Wings face the Rangers on the ice in New York tonight. Spirit are in Sarnia. And to cap this one off, there were no winners in Powerball last night, so that's going to push the jackpot for tomorrow to $196 million. And coincidentally, tonight, the Mega Millions jackpot is also $196 million. That's 5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox. Overcast day for the most part, with falling temps that'll level out around 44 by later this morning. Northwesterly winds at 8 to 11 could gust up to around 18 miles per hour today. Cloudy tonight, around 35 degrees overnight, and then tomorrow morning starts off with showers expected, just cloudy otherwise. Only about 42 for the high, with more gusty winds in the forecast. Thursday, clouds eventually give way to plenty of sunshine, and we should hit about 50 once again. It is right now 48 in Flint, and in Saginaw, 45.
ClassicFox.com and listen to 103.9 The Fox anywhere you go.
WRSR Owasso Flint. It's time for the 8 a.m. Foxhole People Poll. Call Johnny and Steph and tell them what you think.
All right, I have not previewed this with you guys. I'm going to be asking a question that I've often wondered about, and I'm hopefully not the only one that has. How many times have you, for instance, been pumping gas and go, man, I love that smell. I love the smell of gas. Yep.
Remember we talked about pumping gas?
Yep. All right. How many times, Andrew, tell the truth, You're alone in the car.
So
you fart and you go, that's a nice smell.
Oh, all the time. All the time. Or you just giggle at yourself. Absolutely. Then you're like, God, I got to roll the window down.
So, and Steph, I know from working with Blondie and you both, farm girls that you are, farm animals are a disgusting smell to a lot of us, but kind of a home for you, isn't it?
Yeah, and I actually miss the smell. You guys will laugh, but I do miss the smell.
So our people poll today is, what disgusting smell do you like?
This is a good one.
What disgusting smell? 810-230-9777 or online, the 103.9 The Fox Facebook page. There's a chat window. You can put it in there. What disgusting smell, Bobby Craiglow, do you like?
I'm excited to hear that.
I am kind of too.
Farm animals, the smell when I actually like this. It reminds me of home. When you first turn the furnace on in the winter,
Yeah.
and all the dust,
cat hair.
The dust is all burning out of the that smell that comes out. That just reminds me of home.
Or like when you open an attic and you get a little bit of moldy, like you need a dehumidifier up there right away smell. I hate that smell. And
Linda lost her signal. Ah, jeez.
Somebody says baby diaper pail, though. You're in trouble. I can't believe that would ever be anybody's favorite. Go ahead, 810-230-9777. Next up, we're going to find out what's going on with Andrew Keller, what's going on with the real estate business, and what you can expect over the next 6 months or so. Coming up on 103.9 The Fox.
Well, they're not going to ask me, while we're still doing the live stream, they're not going to ask me in my opinion on that poll question of theirs, which is the disgusting smell that you actually like, that most people probably wouldn't. I can answer that question because that smell doesn't really exist anymore. And it was the smell of bus fumes when they were burning leaded fuel back years ago, decades ago. When I was going to high school, I didn't go to a local high school. I had to take a city bus in the city of Detroit to get to my high school. In order to do that, you had to endure the bus fume smell from these, what they called DSR buses, Detroit Street Railways was the name of it. And they were leaded. This was not unleaded fuel they were using at that time. And I used to love the smell of the bus fumes, which may have something to do with why I think the way I think these days. But that's what it was. So that's that. Okay, let me quickly give you another chance to see the smile source before we go. This is, again, the face of Margarita, who comes from our 365 Dogs calendar and lives in Montgomery, Illinois. Most of these dogs that are featured in this are rescues, so I'm hoping that next year, I did submit Jacko's picture. Hopefully it's going to be in this calendar next year, and then y'all can buy a copy and have his picture. This is Margarita from Illinois, who is in the 365 Dogs calendar as our smile source for a Tuesday, the 7th of November. TikTok Tuesday is what it's turned into. Thank you so much for your attendance and your attention and hanging out here for as long as you were able to. And we hope you're able to do that. Follow us here on TikTok. Check out my page. You can see other stuff. You can see Jacko in all his glory, having a good time walking and doing other things around the house, staring at the TV when he likes a program. Believe me, he loves to watch TV when he's in his off hours, when he's not out terrorizing the neighborhood. He loves to do that. You'll see that. And he's great as an exercise partner. You'll see that too. But we will come back here tomorrow. We will be off from our live stream. We kind of take a break on Wednesdays now with this new schedule. We go around the horn, if you want to call it that. Facebook on Mondays, TikTok Tuesdays, Instagram is on Thursdays. Follow me at @HalMoss_news in order to be able to set up to do that so that you'll be notified when we go live. Fridays we're on Twitch, and we're on longer on Twitch because of the Friday morning Primal Scream. You found me? That's great. Thank you, Mel. Appreciate that. We're going to be back here again on Thursday morning here in the Hellhole on our radio show from 103.9 The Fox in Flint, Michigan, USA. Home of the formerly crappy water, but we will be live streaming from 7 to 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Instagram on my @HalMoss_news page. Again, that is Thursday morning. That's when we will see you next here in the Hellhole. Till then, have yourself a pleasant, peaceful, productive Tuesday, and we will be back again with your friends, your new friends in this case, the Hellraisers, thousands of them, right here. Okay? Okay.